What is going on, everybody? It's the Frost. I'm here for AEW on TNT review for April 1st, 2020. A little day late because of things out of my control, but this show was fun, but not perfect. There were parts of the show and one big, huge part that I am not a fan of, and I think AEW needs to get off of ASAP, or it's just going to be AEW showing you that they are not better than previous mistakes by other companies. For the show, started off by giving us the other half of the bracket for the TNT Championship. I will have my predictions for that here in a bit. Going to be Kip Sabian versus Dustin Rhodes and Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana in the tournament, all going to be next week. Now, we have, of course, Cody versus Darby Allin, right? Got that wrong. Hold on. It's Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears and Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara next. As Lance Archer versus Dustin and Lance Archer versus Colt Cabana and Dustin versus Kip Sabian. Should be 4 matches. That should be great. My question is, because this is supposed to be stretching into Double or Nothing, why are we doing all 4 matches next week? Should it not be 2 next week and 2 the following week? You stretch this out as far as you can. Of course, they were not in Daily's place this week. Apparently, of course, as we know, the Florida governor has shut down the state of Florida except for essential only till the end of the month. So Daily's place out of the picture completely. Now, we'll talk about all that this coming Sunday for your unscripted episode, I believe number 114, as WWE is in a lot of trouble coming out of PC Mania this coming weekend. Of course, PC Mania will be having a review all in one. I'm not doing day 1 and 2. It's going to be all one review, plain and simple. So this show started off, we had Trent versus Kenny Omega. This was fantastic. Why is Trent Beretta, whatever the fuck you want to say his last name or not, why is he typecast as a tag team wrestler? This guy has come out there, and every time he's been in a wrestling match, he faced off with against Pac a couple weeks ago. Didn't he face Pentagon Jr. Ray Phoenix a couple months ago? Every time he's been in an AEW ring, I didn't get to see him in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But why are they typecasting him with Best Friends? Well, apparently he was with Rocky Romero before that. Why is this guy stuck as a tag team wrestler when this guy can go out there and tear it down with the likes of a Kenny Omega, a Pac, so on and so forth? It's just another great match. And oh, by the way, they were in the undisclosed location, aka the Nightmare Factory. Why? They couldn't do this before, but they did. And here is the fact that they had some wrestlers out in the crowd again. There was no MJF. I don't know what's up with him, if he's able to be around. But you had the Gun Club, you had Jimmy Havoc, you had Britt Baker, you had Penelope Ford, Kip Sabian, and a couple other ones. So it makes a massive difference when you have talent out there cheering, like commiserating, making noise, whatever they want to do. It makes such a difference. And I'm going to say this now because last Tuesday's episode of Dark was absolutely probably one of the worst episodes they have done. I hate post-production commentary as bad as they did on Tuesday. Tuesday had some of the worst. WWE's done it multiple times, but you can tell that they blend it in so it doesn't overimpose with the wrestling or the video that you're watching. They did that on Tuesday, and it sounded awful. Whatever they tape for Dark, hopefully it's Cody and Colt Cabana, or Cody, Tony Schiavone, Colt Cabana, whoever, and they're there, and it's not overdone again post-production, because I hate that type of commentary. It takes the game down. They were live in the arena during this show, so. But this was a fantastic match. Kenny Omega looks for a suplex. Trent lands some big back elbows on an lariat. Omega hits a powerbomb and B-trigger lands. 3 minutes remain in the match. They went the entire distance almost. Both ends end up on their apron. Trent with a few chops. Omega sends him into the ring. Omega up top. Trent goes up and hits an overhead release suplex. Big knee by Trent, cover 2. Omega lands pretty rough on his shoulder. After the top rope suplex, 1 minute left, he reverses a move, V-trigger, 1 winged angel, 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega wins the match. This should have been your main event because these guys tore the house down. And yes, having wrestlers in the crowd, people in the crowd, here, hope, holler, whatever, made this match a lot better than it would have been last week when we didn't have a crowd whatsoever. Which, by the way, AEW has a lot more options when it comes to an arena that they need to produce wrestling than WWE does. WWE had the Performance Center in Full Sail, and that was it, and both of them are shut down. Thus, they're going to go to Texas and work out of Booker T's wrestling school, if that's available, but probably is. I don't know where else WWE is going to be able to go. We'll talk about it this weekend. Post-match, Omega helps up Kenny Omega helps up Shred, they shake hands, and that was that. We get a recap of Matt Hardy and Chris Jericho's confrontation, and a vignette of Hikaru Shida showing multiple clips from previous matches, and then we go into Hikaru Shida versus Anna Jay. They tie up and go right to the ropes. Shida with a clean break. They do it again. Jay breaks clean, but whips her hair out. Shida with a hair at Shida and walks away. As we get towards the end of the match, which this match didn't last as long or even close to half this time of the previous match, Shida heads to the top, back into the ring, takes a couple of shots. She returns the favor. Shida asking for some shots. Shida, of course, is your number one contender, and if Double or Nothing goes off without a hitch in May, I think she's going to be your next AEW Women's Champion, as she should be. Flipping neckbreaker, cover 2. Jay tries for another kick, block, roll up. Shida, 2 count, tries for a black slide. Shida with the kick, no schoolboy for 2. Shida gets right into a submission. Jay gets to the ropes quickly though. Shida with a suplex, cover 2. Big knee to the back of the head, Falcon Arrow cover, 1, 2, 3. After the match though, Britt Baker, of course, who is in the crowd, is talking trash to Shida while eating a sandwich. Shida kicks the barricade. Baker then has her shoe in the other hand to keep Shida away. Kip Seaman takes a selfie with these two are jawing. Shida heads over to the other side of the ring to gather her gear and head to the back. Great to see Hikaru Shida out here wrestling for AEW. Can't wait to see what this woman does, and I can't wait to see her take that title from Nyla Rose whenever that is possible. We see what happened with Jon Moxley and Jake Hager from last week on last Tuesday night on Dark, which if you didn't watch Dark, Moxley had a quick squash match. Hager came out and put him to sleep. That's all you have to say about that. He put him to sleep. We get a video package of Jake Hager. Says Moxley's a fool if he thinks he can compete with Hager. With me, Jake says Moxley's holding the title doesn't scare him at all. Moxley, and the same video package as they're hyping up a match for them, that he's pissed off and knows a lot of people want the title. He realizes he has a big target on his back and he's pissed because others want to take the title away from him. Jericho says Moxley talks all about everything. He does it for the fans. Unlike the Inner Circle, they do everything for themselves. Moxley says he knows Hager well, isn't afraid of him, but understands the skill that Hager possesses. Hager knows Moxley isn't as strong as him, isn't as ruthless as him. Sammy Guevara notes that Hager isn't undefeated in MMA and in AEW, even though he's only had 3 fights in MMA. One of those fights was a no contest because of multiple low blows to his opponent. Moxley says he knows the Inner Circle wants the title back, so Moxley went after Hager since he was the most likely to come for him anyways. Jericho says he has a rematch coming against Moxley, but he's letting Hager do his thing. Jericho says Inner Circle isn't like the Elite, drinking on the job, hitting each other with their finishers. They win championship. It'll be Jon Moxley defending his title against Jake Hager in an empty arena, no holds barred match in 2 weeks. Now, according to JR, that match has already been taped from Daily's Place, so we will see video footage from Daily's Place, probably just that match. And I'll wait to see what they do. Colt Cabana has joined Schiavone on commentary. He will face Lance Archer in the first round of the TNT tournament. Jake Roberts says his client Lance Archer is about to come out and destroy whatever AEW has cooked up for him. AEW is playing games and we don't play games. Cody might be smarter than he thought and is actually afraid, or maybe it's Brandy Rhodes telling him not to get in the ring. She seems like the one who wears the pants. So there you go. Archer heads out to the ring and takes out a ringside doctor. Stunt gets, and it's him versus Marco Stunt. This is academic as you figured. Marco Stunt gets a couple hits in, as he would because he is Marco Stunt, and you want to give him that look. I was real shocked to see that they did show his overall record. He's actually, before this match, he was 4-4. But we knew he was not going to win this match. Lance Archer Stunt ends up getting out of the floor. Archer follows Stunt, ducks and Larry, hits a suicide dive. Archer back in the ring, looks for a chokeslam, but Stunt flips out of it. Hits an enziguri and a drop in the corner. Stunt hits the rope, but Archer pounces him in the ring. A big chokeslam, goes for the cover, then picks Stunt off the mat. Lands his finisher, the blackout. 1, 2, 3, Archer. Easy win. Archer comes back to the ring and sends Stunt into the crowd. A couple of wrestlers. Archer leaves the building. Archer was a man added to the AEW TNT Championship tournament. If he would have been here for a couple months, I would be fine with it, but he's only had one match. Maybe they have no choice. Maybe they don't have anybody else they could use. I would rather see Austin Gunn or Billy Gunn in this spot. Lance Archer, the only reason I think Lance Archer has been put in this tournament is it's going to come down to, we will talk about it later. Then comes the worst part of this show. The absolute worst part of this show, and it's getting old fast. Cody Lee is in a suit, stands at a table with other Dark Order followers looking on him. He says, during this scary and unprecedented times, in this cool, calm demeanor, he must be talking to Jake the Snake Roberts how to cut a Jake the Snake's style promo, because he started it off like that. He understands how we feel. Says, at one point, I was scared and beaten down, but no longer. And says, he asked one of them, and he just come stand by me. They say, thank you, Mr. Lee. And he says, it's Mr. Brody. Then says, sorry, Exalted One. Lee takes a cup, last cup, throws it against the wall, pissed off, and says, it's Mr. King Brody. Another minion yawns. He sits and gets in the guy's face. Lee asks if there's something going on at home to make this person yawn. He says tiredness shows weakness. He can't have it in his doors. There's nothing. Everything is literally closed right now, so there's no excuse for you yawning. Tells him to never yawn in his presence again. Then boots the guy out of the room. Sits back down. Look on his callous look on his face, and that was that. This has to stop. This isn't funny. Not smart. If Brody Lee whole entire gimmick was to come into AEW and be a Vince McMahon knockoff, you wasted our goddamn time. This is stupid. This is not funny. It was never going to be funny. Something like this never gets anybody over. If there was a crowd, I understand his frustration. I understand his frustration because this is what happens when you have somebody, WWE, under their thumb for so long. He just wants to burst out and do his own thing. This is the best you have for Brody Lee. This guy who has been sitting in WWE purgatory for the better part of a year, or 2, or 3. And you're just going to have this guy go out there and become, or not go out there, no, but be in these segments, be a Vince McMahon knockoff. You are treading TNA 2002 to 2005 or 6, where all they did week in and week out was take pot shots at the WWE. What did that do for TNA? Nothing. Did it get them higher up in the ratings? Did it get them higher up in fan perspective? No. It did nothing for them. It's going to do nothing for Brody Lee. Again, if this is all you had for Brody Lee, then just end it. End the Dark Order. You wasted our goddamn time. This is just pathetic. I can't even. I'm tired of it. AEW has done too many pot shots. WWE, you need to be doing your own thing. You tell people you're not worried about what WWE is doing. You're doing your own thing. Then you have Brody Lee come in, become Vince McMahon knockoff. There's two types of Brody Lee. The guy in the promos who is the Vince McMahon knockoff, and then there's a guy in the ring who is somebody who can go out there and literally kill somebody. I want that Brody Lee. I don't want this shit in the back. This has got to stop. Again, want it to be, if you want it to be Vince McMahon knockoff, then end this and just let him be Brody Lee in the ring. Because this isn't funny. It hasn't been funny, and it will not be funny. Speaking of the Dark Order, 8 and 9 of the Dark Order come out to face off against the Natural Nightmares. This was a massive squash match. QT Marshalls and Dustin Rhodes win with a double team flapjack. Not much else you can say. After the match, Brody Lee heads out of the ring. The Natural Nightmares give him a look, but he ends up going to the ring. He hits a big powerbomb on the minion who got the pin. Looks over at the other one who slinks in the corner. Lee heads to the back. If you want Brody Lee to be a guy who comes beats the heck out of his minions when they don't win matches, that's fine. You don't see Vince McMahon doing that every single week on TV at all. That's the Brody Lee we're gonna get, where he wants this certain result. He doesn't get it. That's fine. But I don't want to see this Vince McMahon bullshit anymore. It's gotta stop. Jericho is hanging out in his jacuzzi, says that today is a holiday, April Fool's Day, and he's never seen a bunch of fools like the Elite. He runs down the entire group, making fun of the guy, including Matt Hardy. From the skies comes Vanguard 1. He says once things get back to normal, they will see they'll have a face the inner circle and blood and guts. And he finally hears Vanguard 1 and says he's wanted to apologize for what he said last week. Still wants Vanguard 1 in the inner circle and offers a tidy t-shirt. He looks at the Vanguard 1, but the drone flies away and he throws the bottle of the bubbly and says, "Release the hounds!" So there was a bunch of dogs chasing after, yelling, "I'm gonna get you!" Good stuff. That was funny. That's good stuff. That's comedy. That's good. That's funny stuff. And it's now set. Shawn Spears. Okay, so it's not all next week. So good. I thought I saw somewhere, but no. Commentary announces that Cody versus Shawn Spears on next week's show. In 2 weeks, Colt Cabana versus Lance Archer, both championship tournament matches. Matt Jackson was seen training with Nick Jackson to make sure he's staying in ring shape after being attacked by the Inner Circle. Nick has been out for the past couple of weeks when they dropped the loading door on him. Matt says it was really difficult to watch someone he loves get hurt and didn't know what to think at the time. My bad. Nick says he wasn't sure what happened. He didn't know who took him out or being in the ambulance. Matt and Nick are training in the ring. Matt says a return is hard to say right now. I will be back, but not right now. Then we get to our main event. Cody Rhodes, Darby Allin versus Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara. Now, the match was fine. The match was good. But I hate when wrestling companies do this. We don't need a preview match. This is like WWE saying Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley are in the match at WrestleMania, and Dolph Ziggler and Otis are in a singles match at WrestleMania. Let's book them in a tag team match, player. Let's do that. Why? We don't need preview matches like this. Like I said, not a bad match. Guys went out there, they had a good time, they gave you a good match. But we don't have to do preview matches. I would have been fine. If you want to do preview matches, you could have booked Darby Allin versus Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara versus Cody, but they don't want to do that because those matches lead to tournament matches. Those two matches can be, or you could have did Colt Cabana versus Shawn Spears and Kip Sabian versus Darby Allin because Dustin was in a match last night. You should do matches that more likely than not will not happen because certain players aren't going to be wrestling, aren't going to make it past the first round. You could have did Colt Cabana versus anybody on the other side because there's no way Colt Cabana's beating Lance Archer. That would have been a way to previewing this entire tournament, how both of these guys want to go out there and give you a hell of a performance and go out there and win the championship. Long match here, didn't go as long as the first match, but Guevara with a missile dropkick from the apron on Allin Cody leaps out and takes both guys down. Spears with a Death Valley driver on Cody onto the floor. Cody's getting beat up as he is thrown into the side with the heels, and they're beating on him. And it's funny because Britt Baker's got a shoe. She actually shows it and yells into the crowd, into the camera as she starts whipping him. And it's like, Britt Baker's got her shoe! As Tony Schiavone yells. Guevara follows up with Spear throws. Allen then climbs the building pole and hits a massive cotton drop on both opponents. He throws Spears into the ring, heads to the top, but Guevara follows him up and throws him down towards the barricade. Cody goes up and hits a reverse suplex on Guevara. Spears lands a frog splash on Cody, calls for a chair from Guevara. Looks to walk Cody. Allen takes it. Guevara takes it from him. Spears rolls him up. 1, 2, 3. Shawn Spears and Sammy Guevara win this match. Post-match, Cody is trying to help Darby Allin up. He doesn't want it. He's like, get away from me. Don't touch me. Get away. And next thing you know, he gets up and decks Cody, leaving him laying. Shock from Colt Cabana and Tony Schiavone. I'm not going to say this is a heel turn. There's no reason to have Darby Allin be a heel. This is more of the fact that Darby Allin is just frustrated. He wanted to get this win going into the tournament. He doesn't want to be losing matches. And things just didn't go his way, so he got a little frustrated, and that's all this is. Again, good fun show tonight. Not going to complain too much, but the Brody Lee stuff has got to end. Just has to. If you want to make this guy a Brody Lee, a Vince McMahon knockoff, then you're wasting my time. You're wasting everybody's time. We don't need to see Brody Lee versus as a Vince McMahon knockoff. Just knock it off already. As I promised, who's going to win this? Okay, so all going to depend on next week's match for Cody Rhodes versus Shawn Spears. And the winner of that match, so it's Shawn Spears if he wins, which I think he's going to. Sammy Guevara is not going to win. A lot of people expect this to be Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin in the finals. However, I'm gonna change it up. Cody's gonna win his match. Sammy Guevara is gonna win his match. So it's gonna be Cody, Sammy in the finals, the semifinals. Dustin Rhodes is going to probably lose to Kip Sabian. Oh no, Dustin Rhodes is gonna beat Kip Sabian. Archer is going to beat Colt Cabana. And then Archer is going to manhandle Dustin Rhodes. Cody is going to beat Sammy Guevara. And then it's going to come down to Cody versus Archer. And Lance Archer is going to be your first ever AEW TNT champion. That is all I can think about that. That's how it's going to go. Now, if Shawn Spears somehow wins, Darby Allin wins his match. Then Darby Allin beats Shawn Spears. And Darby Allin loses to Lance Archer. Either way, that is how that's going to go. Lance Archer is winning his half of the bracket, plain and simple. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The guy just came in. You're not going to beat the guy right now. They want to build towards that Cody match. The only reason I don't think Cody is going to be in the finals of this thing is if this goes to Double or Nothing, and say they push Blood and Guts back to Double or Nothing, and that's when we get that match, which is where that match should be. I know they want to do a War Games type match. There's no reason to do it on regular TV. That's a pay-per-view match. There's no reason you put that match. That's just like WWE putting Hell in a Cell on during a couple Monday Night Raws in the 90s. That diminishes the match. A cage match is one thing. This is a title tournament. Blood and Guts needs to go to pay-per-view as well. So Double or Nothing, I can see Blood and Guts being done there. And Archer versus probably Darby Allin. And what will be Lance Archer beating Darby Allin for that championship. So as I think of both of these, I think what like the thing is that Shawn Spears, Darby Allin win on their side. Dustin Rhodes, Lance Archer win on their side. Dustin gets beat. Dustin gets beat. Shawn Spears gets beat. And in the finals we have Lance Archer and Darby Allin. And I think that would be a fantastic match. Because Darby Allin can work with a guy Lance Archer's size, and Lance Archer can work with a guy Darby's size and make it look fantastic. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. Find me on Twitter at The Franz Club. Find me on twitch.tv/The Franz Club. Find me on Instagram at The Franz Club. And I'll see you guys later for a SmackDown live review. Till then, my name is Franz, and I'll see you guys later.